The rooster in Chinese astrology is a symbol of confidence, punctuality, and an unwavering sense of order. Known for their keen eye for detail and their flamboyant presence, roosters often stand tall with their proud feathers on full display. However, there's more to this colorful personality than meets the eye. Behind the dazzling exterior lies a collection of surprising, strange, and downright shocking traits that you may not have seen coming. If you think roosters are just all about punctuality and vanity, think again. There's a darker side to this zodiac sign that will keep you on your toes. Roosters, by nature, are perfectionists. This trait stems from their inherent need to control everything around them. While their meticulousness can be admirable, it can also quickly turn into an obsession. Roosters are known to nitpick at the tiniest details, often to the point of driving everyone around them crazy. Their need for everything to be perfect is not just a quirk, it can be all-consuming. They are the types who will rearrange a room because a single item is slightly off-center, or they will spend hours perfecting a task that could have been done in minutes. This obsession with control can turn into rigidity, where roosters refuse to adapt or bend to changing circumstances. It's their way or no way. Adding to this, roosters are often brutally honest. While honesty is generally a virtue, roosters take it to the extreme. They have no filter, and their directness can come across as harsh, insensitive, or downright rude. They pride themselves on telling it like it is, but in reality, they often leave a trail of hurt feelings and damaged egos in their wake. Roosters believe their way of thinking is superior, and they are not shy about pointing out flaws or imperfections in others, whether asked or not. This can make them seem overbearing, judgmental, and intolerant of anyone who doesn't meet their exacting standards. In Chinese mythology, the rooster is associated with the dawn and is said to have the power to chase away darkness and evil spirits. However, this symbolism of enlightenment and vigilance can manifest in negative ways. Roosters are always on high alert, watching everyone and everything around them. This constant vigilance can lead to paranoia, where roosters suspect others of ulterior motives, even when none exist. They are always on guard, and this distrust can create tension in their relationships. Roosters find it hard to let go of their suspicions, leading them to be overly critical of others' intentions and actions. One of the most unexpected traits of the rooster is their tendency toward vanity. Roosters are deeply concerned with their appearance and how others perceive them. They crave attention and admiration, often going to great lengths to ensure they are always noticed. This can lead to superficiality, where roosters value external validation over deeper, more meaningful connections. Their preoccupation with how they look and how they are perceived can make them seem shallow and self-centered. They are the ones who will spend hours getting ready for a simple outing, making sure every detail is perfect before stepping out into the world. However, their need for constant validation can create a fragile ego that's easily bruised when they don't receive the attention they believe they deserve. Another shocking aspect of the rooster's personality is their tendency toward arrogance. Roosters are confident, sometimes too confident. They believe in their own abilities and are convinced that they are always right. This can make them come across as arrogant know-it-alls who dismiss the opinions and ideas of others. Roosters don't just think they're the smartest person in the room, they genuinely believe it. And they expect everyone else to recognize it too. Their arrogance can lead to conflicts, as roosters are not afraid to voice their opinions loudly and forcefully, even if it means stepping on others' toes. This need to assert their dominance in conversations can make them difficult to work with, especially in team settings where collaboration and compromise are necessary. In terms of Chinese symbolism, the rooster is also linked to punctuality and discipline. While this can be a positive trait, it also has a darker side. Roosters are sticklers for rules and schedules, and they have little tolerance for those who don't follow them. They can be rigid taskmasters, demanding punctuality and perfection from everyone around them. If someone fails to meet their high expectations, roosters won't hesitate to express their disappointment or frustration. This insistence on order and structure can make them seem inflexible and overly critical, especially when they expect others to adhere to the same strict standards they impose on themselves. One of the more unexpected traits of the rooster is their hidden insecurity. Despite their outward confidence and flamboyance, roosters are often plagued by self-doubt. They may project an image of perfection, but underneath it all, they fear failure and rejection. This insecurity drives their need for constant validation and control. They are terrified of being seen as less than perfect, which is why they work so hard to maintain their image. However, this insecurity also makes them highly sensitive to criticism. Even the slightest hint of disapproval can send a rooster into a tailspin, causing them to lash out or retreat into their shell. Historically, the rooster has played a significant role in Chinese mythology and culture. Roosters were often seen as protectors, their crowing believed to ward off evil spirits. However, this role of protector can translate into a controlling, authoritarian attitude in modern-day roosters. They feel the need to protect their loved ones by controlling every aspect of their lives. This can make them seem overbearing and overprotective as they try to impose their will on those around them. Roosters believe they know what's best, and they won't hesitate to enforce their opinions on others, whether welcome or not. So, what's the verdict on the rooster? While they are undoubtedly hardworking, disciplined, and capable of great success, their perfectionism, arrogance, and need for control can be their undoing. Roosters must learn to loosen their grip on life and allow for imperfections both in themselves and others. They need to understand that not everything can be controlled, and that sometimes letting go is the best way to achieve balance. Advice for the rooster. Roosters, you are brilliant and driven, but your need for perfection and control can isolate you from those who care about you. Learn to relax and accept that not everything has to be perfect all the time. Your high standards are admirable, but remember that not everyone operates the same way you do. Be kinder in your critiques and more open to the perspectives of others. It's also important to recognize that vulnerability is not a weakness. Your self-worth does not depend on external validation or maintaining a perfect image. Allow yourself to make mistakes and learn from them rather than viewing them as personal failures. In relationships, practice empathy and patience. Not everyone will meet your expectations, but that doesn't mean they're not valuable or worthy of your time. Finally, let go of the idea that you always have to be in control. Life is unpredictable, and no amount of planning or discipline will change that. Embrace the chaos and learn to flow with it rather than against it. By loosening your grip, you'll find that life becomes much more enjoyable, and your relationships will flourish without the weight of constant pressure. In the end, roosters have the potential for greatness, but they must learn to temper their need for control and perfection with flexibility and compassion. By embracing their strengths while working on their weaknesses, roosters can lead a fulfilling and harmonious life, one that is not only successful, but also rich in meaningful connections.